Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
Well, just before we start today's episode, we would like to apologize for missing last week's episode. Unfortunately, TB is working 9 to 5 and it's getting really hard coming home and then doing the editing and everything else. So,
And minding Missy,
of course,
she wants to bite everybody. So you know, she's only 1 year old and she bites. If anybody comes to her place, watch your ankles. Gorgeous little papa. And then soccer. We watch the World Cup. So
Oh, yeah.
we get up at 4 o'clock. So that actually,
including this morning.
wow. Look, England had the chance.
Definitely.
But Argentina just, well, I think it's luck. On the end of the day, you have to be lucky. Exactly like fishing.
I'm happy for the winner and I'm sad for the loser.
Well, yeah, they both played really good. They both great
They did.
teams, and yeah. Anyway, today, before we start the episode, I would like to say tuna. What about tuna?
Amazing season. All the charters, like Sharkman charter, the Fin Chase charter,
Fin Chase, yeah.
Chris Casa.
Well, Chris, Zoran, Rambo, Lukic, little Luke.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
From Portland all the way to
Montegi.
yeah,
They just, Chris fishes
they kept on
local,
catching them
and
day after day.
and fish from 70 to 150
I know.
kilo. Well,
I'm a little
saying
bit
that,
jealous though.
well, time. We don't have time to go. It's all right. I have to be honest. Kudos to the guy that actually,
Amazing.
the guy from Altona, first time went out on his own, and he landed 164 kilo tuna on his own. Took him about an hour and 6 or an hour 16 minutes. I can't tell you exactly, so it wasn't too long, but then it took him about 40 minutes to put it in, to bring it in the boat.
Fair enough.
But he landed, and it's just amazing story. It's just brilliant to see something like that. Is like, wow. And saying that, we were a bit iffy about the snapper competition.
I know. Last year it was a huge success, and this year people are bringing already huge fish.
But we were iffy because the weather,
I
the
know.
water's cold, there was no snapper around that we can recall. And next moment we're seeing samples like, 8-9 kilo
I
fish
know.
caught. Unbelievable. So the snapper Brett that put obviously the competition together, kudos to Brett.
Yeah.
This is a challenge. It's not easy. And the guys that are catching, doesn't matter if you catch a 40 centimeters or a meter snapper,
At this time of the year,
it's a success and well done. Great. Guys, good on you.
yeah.
Next, we're going to move on to today's
episode.
episode is going to be secrets. No secrets. Use technology to your advantage. No AI. AI, it's plastic. Like, that's what I call it. It just, doesn't work. First, we used Seavu Seeker, and we got Charlo on board with us. And me and Charlo went out, we used the underwater footage to find ground.
And Charlo is the one who actually designed the Seavu Seeker.
And won so many awards
I
worldwide.
know.
It just,
How good is
the
that?
Seavu actually is unbelievable. But we actually looked, we saw grass, sand. We stopped and we got whiting. So that's amazing. Second, later on in today's episode, we're going to show you me and Brett, my friend Brett Dennis. We wanted to go to the spot where me and Ovi were just in the morning. So this is the afternoon session, but me and Ovi got some whiting, but we didn't put it on a sounder. So I said, wait a minute, I used my iPhone, and then on iPhone you got Investigator, Photo Investigator,
yeah.
which is free app. You click on it, you obviously bring the photo up, click on GPS, and it takes you, and you can anchor on the same spot. Me and Brett did that, and we caught whiting again. So let's start first with Charlo, and let's watch the first video. Well, it is winter 2024, and yes, me and Charlo, my friend Charlo from Seavu, are going out fishing. Now, Charlo's the one that invented the Seavu Seeker and Seavu Explorer, and actually got quite a lot of awards for it. Now, this thing is just amazing. So, as we got out of Clifton Springs, we saw some birds going bananas, so we saw dolphins. Charlo quickly put the Seavu Seeker on the pole, and with this gadget you can actually film either on the pole and aim obviously at the fish, or you can actually scan the ground, you can actually put it on your belly bucket, endless possibilities, and you can see everything in real time. One thing I can tell you, a lot of people say, well, this is cheating. If this is cheating, then don't use your car to go to work. Just jump on your donkey. And also don't use your washing machine, just go down the creek, there's plenty rocks there and you can wash your clothes. Oh, and also don't forget to scream yabba dabba doo. All jokes aside, we had a mission today, and our mission was to catch some King George whiting. So the expectations were quite high, and I was a bit scared. I don't know how charters do it, because you know yourself, the fish can be dead today, tomorrow cannot be found. We ended right in front of the caravan park at Leopold, and first thing first, Charlo put the Seavu Seeker down and we were scanning the ground, plenty grass around. So we kept going, we saw heaps of bits and pieces. As you can see everything in real time, and this is how the Seavu Seeker looks underwater. And we saw heaps of leather jackets and other stuff, but we were looking for a sand patch. And finally, we found one. Now, that was it from help with this technology. It was amazing. This thing is just great. Charlo took the Seavu Seeker out, and it was time to start fishing. As we got organized, I got Charlo to actually jump on a pilchard and obviously fillet them and slice them, as we use pilchard to catch King George whiting. Now, that was a first for Charlo as well, but why not? Give it a go. Besides being a great inventor, Charlo is actually a really good fisherman, and he caught heaps and heaps King George before, but this time he's actually complying with our rules. Saying that, I never talk about my boat, and a lot of people ask me about my boat, but have a look at this. Have a look at the storage in my boat. So this boat is not like just a fisherman's boat. It's actually a family boat, and we really hit the nail on the head with this actually design. Even Chiquita and Missy absolutely love this boat. As I mentioned before, you need to cast all around the boat to find the pocket. And as we did that, rain started. So we had to put the raincoats on, set up the rest of the cameras, move them out of the rain, and before you realize, we finally got one fish. It was the target fish, it was King George whiting, and it was just over 40 centimeters, and we found the pocket. Now we have to cast in that spot and try and get some more. Before you realize, Charlo was on another one, and that was promising. In the meantime, quite a few boats just came all around us. We didn't mind. They can all catch fish, and I hope they do.
Anyway, as soon as they found the ground, they found the fish.
I said this before, and I'm going to say again. Cast all around the boat. You find a pocket, keep casting in the same spot. You catch a fish in one side, that side is this side. So let's watch the next video. If you look in the background, the boat behind us actually was catching fish as well. And that's a great sign. There is fish for everybody. So there is no my fish, my spot, your spot. There's no such a thing. You either know how to catch fish or you don't. And if you don't be shy and don't be upset, because there is plenty things to help you. Watch videos like Fishing with Fergie, Fishing Mad, Brett Reed's Rigs got beautiful videos around Dubai, Port Phillip and Western Port. Wally's World Fishing. Every local guy that actually you can see around, just keep eye on it, because those guys are actually there to help you. And if you see what they doing, Savage Sea was doing this for years and years and years, and you could see a lot of technique from the rods they use, the reel they use, how they bite the hook, where they fish, when they fish. Like simple, snapper. You wanna catch snapper easy? Yeah, September starts. So October, November, December, all the way till Feb, it's your best season. If you're gonna try to catch snapper in March, April, May, you have to do some work, and it's challenging. It's not easy. Anyway, we found the pocket, and Charlo was plucking in like not tomorrow. And he was happy because, well, we found the spot, we knew where they are, and let's just catch. Unfortunately, this fish swallowed the hook, so it took a bit of time for Charlo to actually get his hook back. While he was doing that, I was bringing some more fish in just so I can make up the numbers. The fish we got today was actually a decent size, so from about 32 to about 43, 44 centimeters I think was the biggest one. But look, it is fun, even when they're small, we love to catch them and throw them back. Saying that, on our underwater gadget, all we saw is leather jackets. In this situation, the idea is to cast about 10 meters away from the boat. So what we did, we anchored in the grass, we left quite a bit of space between the grass and the sand, and we were actually casting in the sand patch. The water today was actually really nice, a little bit wavy, but we were sitting in one direction, and at Leopold I have to say that doesn't matter which way the tide's going, we normally don't get that wind against tide where the actual lines go under the boat. But Charlo still somehow managed to tangle his line, so yeah, it took a while for him to untangle that and start fishing again.
Well, the next video is just a continuation of Tibi's and Charlo's adventure.
The sun was just about down, but we were still catching. There was plenty of fish around, all the boats around us were catching, everybody was happy, and as I mentioned before, there is plenty of fish for everybody. At the same time, I was very happy because it was quite a responsibility to take Charlo on my boat and, well, try to catch some fish. There is no guarantee, and doesn't matter whoever tells you any different, there is no guarantee that you're gonna catch fish. You just have to work hard, move from spot to spot till you find them, and yeah, hopefully you can get quite fish. It is a challenge to take someone out, and yeah, the expectations are high, the responsibilities are there. That's why I don't know how charters do it. I mean, charters, when they catch fish, nobody talks about it. But if they don't catch anything, straight away everybody say, bad charter, bad this, bad. It doesn't work like that, it's fishing. I can tell you one thing, if you invent hot water, if you invent light, if you invent electricity, everybody can do better. But if you do something stupid, like take your pants down in front of Parliament House, wow, good on you, mate. So you get prize for stupidity. I mean, bad news travel fast. Good news, people don't care about it. That's the same with the charters. Those boys are guns. They can fish. They just amazing. They do the miles. They try everything for their customers. But if fish doesn't want to eat, well, it's nothing they can do. So you can't blame them. Anyway, none of that stopped me and Charlo catching fish. We were catching whiting left, right and center. Some small ones we had to throw back, some decent ones we kept. So on the end of the day, we were happy. Charlo, he was happy to be on the water. Catching fish, it was bonus. And yes, I hope that today he's seen something different. He mainly fishes Western Port and the other side of the bay, and they do apply different technique. This was actually the first time that Charlo was catching King George whiting on pilchard. If you take a closer look, you can see we were using the Tinganosta rig by Riddies, which is a running sinker and about 100mm long leader with a long shank hook today. And yeah, it just worked perfect. As the sun went down, we were catching fish after fish. They went harder and yeah, they were very, very aggressive. One thing I can say, I could tell that Charlo was enjoying every moment because he was quiet, he was just bringing fish in, taking it off, catching another one, and he didn't say much. So usually when that happens, people are right into it. I mean, people that talk too much, like my friend Jerry, they're just mucking around. But Charlo was plucking them like no tomorrow. And every fish was different. He was actually impressed that so much fish here out of nothing, because when we started, it was really hard go, and we thought, oh, it's gonna be a really tough today. But by the end of the day, we had plenty. One more thing to mention, as it got dark, our Seavu camera was still underneath and we were filming, but everything was dark, pixelated. Yeah, we didn't have much light because when the sun goes away, there is no light underwater. So just remember, GoPro, DJI cameras that you put in this Seavu gadget, they're not that good at night. As you can see here, we do have quite a bit of silhouette, but not much details and a lot of pixels. So it's not the actual gadget, it's the actual cameras. And yes, to get a good camera to film at night, it can be very expensive. Even when I had my floodlights on, the GoPros just don't do justice. Not good enough.
Well, in the next video, you're going to see how we use the Photo Investigator app, which is free on iPhone and Android, and you can come back years later to the exact location.
What happens is, if you got location enabled on your iPhone or Android and you took a photo, this software, well, this app, which is again free, so it's not an ad for it or something, it just, I believe there is other ones as well, but we use this one because, as I say, it just works. And it shows you, this app will show you where you are and where you need to be. Mm-hmm. So you'll go by the photo, so you say, oh, I caught fish there a few years ago, I never put the GPS in, don't worry about it. Use the photo, bring investigator, put your photo in, it shows you the GPS, where you are and where you need to be, and you just drive there. As you're driving, you'll see, you'll be moving to the exact location. So this is what happened with us in this video, which was just a few weeks ago. It's first me and Ovi went out. We tried to catch whiting around Clifton Springs, nothing. We found one spot and we got some. Then I come back in and me and Brett went there in the afternoon, Brett Dennis. We had no GPS mark. So I used my phone and I went back on the same spot. We got him again. Watch the next video. In this video, It's me and my friend Brett Dennis trying to get some King George whiting on a mark that we never saved it. So here we go. The other day I went to a spot. I had no idea. I just looked for King George whiting. I started catching them and I forgot to put it in my sounder. But what I did, when the storm came on, I actually took a photo. Now, if your iPhone, you can do that with the Android as well, has location enabled, obviously your photos record the GPS. So there is an app, and the app is called Investigator, Photo Investigator. So it looks like this. I'm gonna try and do that, enhance that after. So that's the Photo Investigator. Now what happens is, we wanna go to the photos. So what happens, I go in my library, and that's the storm from the other day. So I just click on the actual photo. There is globe, click on that, and shows me where the location where I was. If I click onto this particular, no shade, but this particular point, and go now navigate there, have a look. It shows me where I am and shows me the spot I was. So now we're gonna drive from here all the way and try and anchor on that spot. Let's hope everything works to plan. Today is the first time that Brett was on my polycraft, and I got him to drive it, just to get the feel of it. This boat is actually not too bad. It's very stable, it works good. Pros and cons, like every other boat, but yeah, it does the job. Fishing Port Phillip Bay, you don't need a big boat. So, here we go. We on the app, we got close to our spot. As we got exactly on the spot, I dropped my long stay anchor down, and before I even set up anything, Brett already had a fish on. Well, that was a positive sign. Not so positive sign? Yeah, the fish was quite small. I put my underwater camera down, and again, before I realized, Brett was on another one. Guess what? Throwback. Another small fish. They were size, but they were too small, too skinny. There's no meat on it, so it's no point keeping it. We were catching plenty, but underwater all we could see is a banjo shark and few flatheads. Anyway, we didn't care. We fished for about 2 hours here till the dark, and yeah, we got over 40 fish. Out of 40, we end up with about 3 fish. Not a good outcome, but being out there with your friends, it's just a fantastic day out. Guys, again, thank you for your support. People that purchase our t-shirts, our hoodies. We just restock again. So thank you heaps.
So once again, thank you for watching. If you liked today's episode, please press the like button, subscribe, even better hype, and we will see you next time.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish. And I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman. And I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.